is like. What were some of the themes and lessons that we can draw from your research on that specific example? What made your case study of a good fish and chip shop proprietor, what made him stand out as an innovative exemplar in the field?
Let me tell you the story. I was, in fact, coming from Manchester to London on a train, reading the newspaper as you do, and there was a little piece in the newspaper that the fish and chip shop of the year was Finnegan's, and they won their fish and chip shop prize. Why? For innovation. And I thought to myself, how can you be innovative in a fish and chip shop? So we called up the owner, and he was very cooperative. We went down and spent a couple of days with him to try to understand in depth what it was that made Finnegan's an innovative fish and chip shop. And what we found was that there was no simple single answer. In fact, there were nearly 50 different innovations that he'd undertaken. Some to do with where he got his supplies, some to do with how he kept his potatoes before they went into the fryer, some to do with specialized menus for older people and vegetarians, some to do with the boxes in which the fish and chips were put, so that when you took it home, it wasn't a great mess that you had to find your way through. He even had a way of putting vinegar on the chips, which is a great English tradition, with one of these squeezy bottles that you use to spray aphids on rose bushes and this kind of thing. Didn't actually use them for the same purpose, of course. So what we learned from that was that, first of all, he was absolutely insistent on making progress in every dimension of his business. Secondly, he brought with him the skills of his previous job. He'd been a greengrocer. And lastly, innovation doesn't have to be one big thing which is new to the world. It can be a lot of little ideas which are kind of aligned and taken together. They provide you with a big space between you and the other guys.
Right. So using Mr. Finnegan, I guess was his name at the chip shop, the themes emerging there are he thinks holistically about his business. He's a showman. He wants to put his best face to the world. He's empathetic with his clientele. He wants to engage and make the whole experience as enjoyable and bring his customers back for more, get them to tell their friends. And he perhaps wouldn't, if I'm going down the line in the right way, he perhaps wouldn't say to his friends or colleagues, look, I follow a process of innovation. It's just something that came from deep within his being. Would you say that's what innovation is about?
Absolutely right. I mean, when we went along to him and said, well, we're interested in how you do innovation, I beg your pardon, he said, what do you mean? What's this innovation? And he'd actually won the prize that year for something that he didn't know he was doing.
Yeah.